Wave of US deportation now reached Australia. And Australia is making such changes that immigrants have no option if you are without visa, without valid visa, or you are illegal or unlawful immigrant, you have no choice. You have to go back to the home country. I think US deportation plan taught almost learned to all the world that we will not allow illegal people in our countries. Australia was among those countries who was little bit giving compensation, relaxation to the illegal immigrants. They were giving them chance to stay by legal way. That's why illegal people had also another destination, which was Australia. Australian immigration system recently Department of Home Office made such laws by which illegal immigrants have no choices. You have to go back to the home country. There are four types of illegal migrants currently in Australia. Number one, the people whose visas are expired. They were on tourist visa and their visas are expired and they are not leaving Australia and they are planning to settle in Australia. Second one, illegal people, they were without visa, they came to Australia or they reached Australia by boat or by any other way, but they were not having valid visa elsewhere in their immigration history in the Australia. The third one, the people who were having valid visa, like student visa, mostly student visa, but they did not follow the SOP of the student visa rules and they did not obey the university laws, Australian immigration system laws, like they overworked, they did not follow the working schedule, they did not attend schools and colleges, and they did not have intention to study, and they changed their status from the student visa to the work. Their visas may be cancelled by Australian Immigration Department. This visa cancellation wave also started from Canada and now reached Australia. Australia was cancelling visa earlier as well, but frequency of cancellation of Australian visas, in my opinion, are increased so much now in current 2025 year. When visas are cancelled, you also declared as illegal. Now, these illegal individuals in Australia, enough numbers are present. Earlier, these illegals were using their legal rights to stay in Australia, and Australian Immigration Department was not able to do anything due to their own made rules, because their rule says human rights violation are social values, that human values must be given respect, and if any man has reached illegal, he should be given legal right and he should be given relaxation like United States. But in my opinion, in US clips I also mentioned, these all facilities technically giving compensation to current illegals in each country, but they are inviting more illegals, especially from Asian countries. Asian countries are just waiting the successful stories. Consultants are giving successful stories that this was man, this was woman, this was children. He entered Australia, he entered Canada, he entered United States. He was illegal and he was successful. He fought their case in the court and he got legal status in Australia. So more people are motivated to go to Australia, like United States and Canada and even the United Kingdom. Now, currently, Australian immigration system tightening the laws mean that when they will apply for the case, their case will be very weak according to immigration laws, and the judge cannot decide if the laws are very weak in support in favor of illegal immigrant. I think my analysis, this is a very good decision to demotivate individuals for illegal residence in Australia. and they will be motivated to get the legal visa. Legal visa holders will be able to stay in Australia with calm mind and relaxation. No doubt, Australia is a beautiful country due to the beaches, due to marvelous places and living style and earning source, the job opportunities, student visas, holders are getting a top education of the world, and Australia provide facility of the permanent residents. In these days, Australia is very strict, but in the past days, Australia was a hub of residency, because almost 50 to 70% students and work permit holders were getting citizenship of Australia. No, citizenship is not being offered by many countries. UK is going to a little bit delay or decrease. Canada also reduce the number of the PR, and US, Donald Trump administration is making massive substantial actions to decrease the immigrants in their countries. Now, what the Australia doing for illegals? Giving two options. Number one, if you have valid visa, no problem. If you have no valid visa, you have two options. Now, if you have no valid visa, you have two options which Australia is giving to the illegal immigrants or unlawful immigrants, that you have to leave, deport. This is the one option. Second one, you have the option to get the visa. You will be given chance that you must get the visa. But during that processing, you have to stay in detained places. You are called detainee. Detainee means that your case is in process. If your case will be unsuccessful, you will be deported back. If your case will be not successful, you have to deport. Before deportation, detained jails are present in Australia, and they are given enough chance to fight. But now currently, their processing are very fast, and they are going to decide their applications very quickly. And most of the cases of the illegal visas mean that illegal individual without valid visa are going against them due to the strict immigration reforms of Australia. Because Australia first priority now that if you are without visa, just we go a very simple step and we deport you, but they will give you one opportunity to get your visa. Once again, one more significant scenario in these all details. If you are without visa, means that you did not have ever Australian visa, you have minimum chance, almost 0% chance of winning case in detained houses. Therefore, you must possess visa in entering Australia. But the people who cancelled their visa are the people who are visas are expired and their visa extensions are rejected. They are also illegals, and their chances to stay in Australia in case processing when they will be in detained places or detained jails, they have little bit chance of 30 to 40%. But immigration department decreasing opportunity to the illegals to get the legal status, as they were giving more chances in the past. Another angle of discussion of detained houses now currently, after US deportation plan, Australia is keeping them in such detained places where facilities are very less. Now social NGOs and some social organizations are working, and according to them, if any human is present in Australia, they must be given cover up, they must be given shelter, and they should not be deported. And also they are talking that animals in Australia are being treated as a very precious living things, and like kangaroos and some very beautiful animals which are found in flora and fauna and the multi of Australia. And there are diversity of animals and plants in Australia due to new species evolution of the new species. And these social organizations are claiming if Australia is taking care of plants, animals, and they are very precious, these are humans. They did mistake. They came and they did mistake. They did not renew their passport visa, and they did mistake. They did not follow rules and laws of Australian student visa. If their visa is cancelled, they did not extend their work permit, their visa is cancelled, or they were tourist visa and visa is expired and they became illegal and they did not go back, they must be given opportunity. That's the claim of social organizations, NGOs, different NGOs. One recent protest has been recorded in the roads of Australia, in which several people came on the roads, NGOs, and they told that illegal migrants should be protected like animals. Mean that they are talking in different angles, but Australian immigration system stands looking very straightforward. That if you want to come to this country, you must have valid visa. This is the universal rule. I think full credit must be given to Donald Trump, and he started this wave that get legal visa and go to the countries. This tradition, this methodology of getting visa without going visa, I personally believe that is misinformation and misguidance to the previous people. Those people who entered illegal, they may be settled, and it was happening in the history of immigration since 20 years. In UK, a lot of illegals were settled, they got citizenship. In US, many citizens now of US were illegals. Inside Canada, many Mexicans enter through the border and they are illegals, but technically they are Canadian citizens, but technically these people telling the stories to the people in their home country, and they are motivated that we will use this pathway and we will get the citizenship. I think this learning through the in the immigration world must be shunned, and new rules must be entertained, and people should be educated that now earlier this lesson is very important for all countries, because this clarification is very important which I am speaking now. In the past we were giving compensation. Countries should not refuse this point, that we were giving citizenship to illegals. UK must say this thing, US, and this should be in a mainstream channels and social media, and they must be spoken by good counseling officers who can convince the minds of other people, especially at the borders. We were giving citizens, but now world has made new law that now we will not give citizenship. People will not come out of their homes without visa to go to any country. Thank you very much for listening my channel. My TikTok address you written in description box, and hopefully you will keep listening and will keep getting useful information regarding immigration. Thank you very much. My name Irfan Ashraf.